how you doing? This is Earl coming to you again. Today is June 16th. I wanted to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers, or Happy belated Father's Day to everybody that's probably got to listen to this during the week. Fathers, stepfathers, uncles, everybody that plays an important role in a young man's life. I just want to say Happy Father's Day. I lost my dad some 13 years ago, so it's kind of bittersweet, but at the same time, I am a father. I try to be the best that I can be. My kids have called or text me or whatever they email me, whatever they do to celebrate Father's Day. So I do appreciate that. What I wanted to talk about today was enjoying, being grateful for today, being grateful for those people that are in your life today. Yesterday, today is Sunday, June 16th. So this was Saturday, June 15th. I had to go back to back funerals. My aunt, who was on my dad's side, the last one of my relatives in Chicago, on my father's side, the original Bells, which is where I got my name from. His sister, she passed away, so I had to go to her funeral. And then I had to attend my best friend's funeral, who we've been friends since I was 10 years old. So that makes about 44, 45 years that I've been really, really good friends with him. And one of the things that as I get older, and more and more people, it's not necessarily an age thing. I mean, I've had people die when I was 9, 10 years old. So one of the things that I try to do as I mature in age in life, and I try to recommend it to other people, and that's to enjoy and live every day like it's your last. Not necessarily go out party, drink, and things like that, but I try to make a habit of every time I speak with my son, or I wake up next to Chie, who's my fiance, or I talk to my mom or anything like that. I try to always, always let them know that I love them and I appreciate them. The great thing about my best friend Tony, who, like I said, we were friends for over 44 years. He called me maybe a month before he passed away, which he lived in Minnesota. And I don't get to talk. I don't talk to him that often. Men don't call every day like women do. They'll make contact with their friends or their mom or somebody almost every day. Men necessarily don't do that. We don't talk on the phone as much. So I had been thinking a lot about him, and I was telling Che, I'm like, man, I haven't talked to Tony in a while, and he called me out of the blue, and we talked for about 15 minutes, and before I hung up the phone, I was able to tell him, that you're closer to me than a brother, and I truly love you, and the memories that we've shared since I was 10 can never be replaced, and it's a part of my life that um, is gone forever, and it is definitely very, very, very painful. Like I said, me and him we ran together almost every day from the time I was 10 to probably 25 years old. And all after that, we just always stayed in communication and never let a day go past that we did not, you know, we never let a conversation go past that we didn't express that, you're like my brother and I love you. So, what I try to recommend to people is that in life, we're not promised tomorrow. We're on God's table if you believe in God or whatever or whoever you believe in. Our days are destined. To me, there's a firm belief that you can neither lengthen or shorten your time here. When it's your time to go, it's your time to go. And I've lost a lot of friends. I mean, I lost my best friend when I was 9 years old. The owner of Quads, Tom, he passed away. Me and him were very close. Charles Durr, who gave me my first job as a personal trainer, he passed away. My cousin passed away. My dad passed away. My grandmother passed away. So I've had a lot of death in my years on this earth, and what it does is that I have no control over when our Lord and Savior chooses to call you home. Um, I have no say so in that. That's His plan, His will, and it will be done. When He calls your number, your time is up. Your time is up. So what I try to do while I'm here on Earth, I try not to, especially when it comes to my spouse, which is my fiance Chie. I try not to argue. I try not to go to bed mad. I try to always let her know I appreciate everything she does on a consistent basis. It's not like, oh, I tell her tomorrow, and then next thing you know, you never see tomorrow, or she never sees tomorrow, or you never see tomorrow. None of us are guaranteed. So I try to show love and appreciation for my family, although I don't see them as much. I try to show love and appreciation. I talk to my mom quite often. I always try to show her love and appreciation. And as a people, we need to start to understand and treat life in such a way as it's a gift. And sometimes our routines are so normal with work or school or waking up or family, or we just go about our day. We wake up in a rush and we just go about our day. But we have to learn to start taking some time, slow down, and let people know why they're here, why they can hear you, why they're coherent, that you are important to me, and I am letting you know, right now, that I love you, that you are appreciated. And I think once we begin to show that level of appreciation and gratitude towards the people that we love, our attitude starts to change, and we start to not only speak those words, we start to reflect those words within our lives and our everyday dealing. And then you start to understand that these little simple things that you make a big deal about are really not a big deal compared to eternity. The one thing about death is final. There's no coming back from it. Once it's done, it's done. So you put that in perspective of little arguments, little disagreements. I'm not speaking to that person. They did this, they did that. When it's all said and done, how much weight does that hold compared to never ever seeing that person again? I know that Chie asked me once before that me and Tony, did we ever argue? Did we ever disagree? Did we ever fight or anything like that? And I was proud to say, no, it never happened. We never had any time apart where it was like, oh, you pissed me off, or you did this, or you did that. We had a very, very great relationship, and in that, hold on one second. In that, I learned to, because we never had those disagreements, every day was great days. We didn't have time to get mad or dislike or anything like that. We never had time to do that. And I'm trying to teach my son and people that I come across, like I always tell my son, you're never too busy to pick up a phone and call your mother or call your grandmother and check on them, make sure they're doing okay, and just say, hey, I was just thinking about you. And you don't know how that makes a person's day. So I think I look at society as a whole today, and we're so busy, we're so inundated with so many things, and we're running here and we're running there. And I just think as people, we need to learn to slow down and enjoy this journey a little bit more, because one day it's all going to come to an end. And we need to enjoy this journey. We need to enjoy the people that's on the journey with us. We need to let them know how we feel about them. And we need to act in such a way where there's a lot less arguing and more love. I mean, that's what's needed more in the world now today, more than anything, is love and you know, love and appreciation, and letting people know that they're loved. And I think if we did that more so than anything else, more so than we're worrying about politics and crime and all those things, if we started to turn our attention to love and appreciation of our fellow man, there's so many things that would get so much better, so much faster. That's love, honesty, disrespect. It's the reason we have so many problems in the world today. And I am not equipped or designed to go out and make a change in the world tomorrow, but I have listeners, I have followers, I have family, and if I could start with one person at a time and let them know, I understand we have bad days. I understand there's days that people just piss you off, but I think we need to take time, slow down, and compare that to eternity. We need to compare that to the fact that one day, that person that we truly love, but on these few days we're mad at and we don't want to talk to them, that on that day, that person could be called home. And now the things that you feel, you never got to say. If I lay down in bed and I'm upset and I'm not talking, and that person, or in this case my fiance, passes in her sleep, the last thing that I will remember is being mad at her. That's not the last thing I want to remember. The last thing that I want to remember, if she's called home or if I'm called home, is that smile and that warmth of thankfulness, because they feel the appreciation and the love that you have for them. Same with my kids. Let them know, and that's the last memory that I want to have if I'm called home, or if that individual is called home. That's the last memory that I want to share. I don't want to have the frown and the mad and the upset, because then you never have a chance to fix it, because they're gone and it's final, and you can't have a redo over. It doesn't happen. So one of the things that I've learned in life is to always think and plan ahead, and keep things in front of you. And my way of doing that when it comes to the showing of love, appreciation, and gratitude is to tell you why you're here. It helps a little bit. And if you're talking about people I've lost a lot of people, and the pain never goes away. You just learn how to deal with it a little bit more. But if you don't have regrets are something that's always going to be unresolved. You never get a chance to get the answer to it. So what I try to do with people that I love and cherish is have no regrets. I try to let them know every day. I get up every day, and everything I do, I give 110% to, whether it's clients at my club, or kids, or my fiance, or maybe even just a stranger that I meet on the street. They're not going to meet me and find this grouch. They're going to meet me and find this person that wishes them a great day, says hello, looks them in the face. If I forgot to shake hands, I'm going to give you a firm handshake with a smile. Those are a lot of things, a lot of basic things that we're missing today, that we definitely need to start reinstilling in our kids if we're not already doing it. And we need to try to make this world a better place in the space that we're in. We don't have to go out and try to change the world. There's lessons to be learned where we are in the space that we're in. And showing gratitude, love, and appreciation for today. You get one day. That's all you're guaranteed. If you wake up that day, you're guaranteed that day. So today, I try to appreciate the day. I try to appreciate those that are with me. I try to appreciate those that I love, and I try to let them know that on a consistent basis. So let's go out. Let's try to love. Let's try to love people. Let's try to love our coworkers. Let's try to love our neighbor, and let's let people know we don't have to always be upset and in a rush. We can. It takes no time to say have a great day. That takes no time at all, and you would be amazed at what that can change a person's attitude to. Maybe they're having a bad day, and just by you saying, "Hey, how you doing today? Have a great day," people appreciate that, and you know you don't even know this person, and they're going, "Wow," they wish me a great day, and it becomes infectious. You do it to them, they do it to somebody else, and next thing you know, we just have a friendlier place, a friendlier world, a friendlier environment to live in, and that's what I try to do, and that's been taught to me with the loss of so many people that I love that I wish were still here. But God had a better plan for them. So let's go out and let's love our fellow man, fellow woman, and let's just try to do good in life. All right. So that's my podcast for today. I invite you to follow me on social media, which my website is Sir Earl, www.sirearlsworld.com. I'm on Twitter, Sir Earl's World, Snapchat, Sir Earl One, Facebook, Sir Earl Bell, Instagram, Sir Earl One. So either it's Sir Earl's World or Sir Earl One. The podcast is It's My World One. So tune into my other social media platforms. I try to preach positivity all the time. I try to have fun. I try to show love. So until next week, this is your boy, Sir Earl, and I'm out. Peace.